This is a rather unusual uh, Heathkit DX 60A. It has a couple of, actually a number of modifications, and it looks like it has been, what they call recapped. That doesn't mean putting the cap on the end of a pen. It puts changing the capacitors. And in the back it has a mute, RCA mute, which I assume would quiet a receiver. It has keying out, which I assume would be used for keying an amplifier. It also has CW key in, and it has a push to talk. So it has a number of those, and then you can push. It has a push in button in which you can push it in the front to key it. I currently have it hooked up with a VFO, an HG10, and that's a kind of an interesting situation. That VFO, the band switch, is extremely difficult to turn. I tried using penetrating oil because I couldn't turn it at all, and now I can turn it a little bit, but I really have to put into it. And the dial string on it is broken to the dial string that advances the band switch. I can understand why. Probably couldn't turn the band change switch very well. So those two things, I will be glad to sell that with this, depending on what you want to offer for a price. Now this also has a number of modifications that were done, and it comes with a whole folder of schematics, and I don't know exactly which schematics have been changed and which have not, but it gives you some history on it and what has somewhat of what it has been done, and I'm not sure of its total accuracy. Now, now there's a ham that wants to test on my frequency, the frequency I own, 3885. So I have a receiver on in the background, and so before I do anything, I'm going to let you see that it modulates before that guy starts yapping again. I have it hooked into a mic mixer, and I'll explain that in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, test. And I'm going to pan the camera up to the scope, and you can see that it modulates 100%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in on it. Well, it doesn't look like I can zoom in on it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hold on. And let me adjust the focus. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's bring this back. And I don't know if we're in focus here, but we're going to try. I don't know why I say we, because it's only me sitting here. Hams love to say we. Ever notice that? So anyway, you see it does modulate, but it puts out about I'm guessing probably 20 watts on phone. But if you put it over in the CW position, this thing really lights up like crazy. So it loads up to I loaded up to 125 mils, so it loads up pretty good. So back to the AM position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now I think what happened in here when this guy set it up, because when I plug the microphone into it, I get very, very little output, very little modulation on it. and I think he set it up to have a mixer go into it. And so I do have a mixer. Let me see if I can show you that mixer. There it is. It's down there. And I will sell the mixer with this for an additional $20. I will sell the VFO for additional $60. Remember, the VFO has its issues, so keep that in mind. But I think he might have reduced the output on it so that it will work. It would drive an amplifier properly. So basically, what you have here is a DX60 rack mount. It does have a fan that cools the 6146. It has been modified. The original function switch is out. You can go into the tune position here and set the drive. So you can set the drive, and of course you have either AM or CW position to choose from. And crystals, I did use crystals in it. I have it on 3885 right now because that's the frequency most people operate on, 75 AM. So it seems like this is set up for an amplifier and a mixer to go into it, because it looks like the circuit has been changed to take, I'm not sure I would go as far as line level, but certainly a higher mic level than you would normally have. It might work with an amplified mic without using the mixer. So it has a number of different changes. If I don't sell it, I'm going to see how it works on the air, and I kind of like it. So it's a nice little thing. What's available is the DX60. That's what I'm selling at the moment. If you want the VFO with its issues and the mixer, let me know. All the schematics of the modifications, which I think he did, will be included, but I'm not sure how accurate the schematics are on there. So I've talked an awful lot, which is consistent with being a ham radio operator. But one more try, and you see it puts out plenty there. And I tuned it up. I guess I'll show you how to tune it up if you're an idiot. Put it in the tune position. You either hit the back on push to talk or hit it in the front, and you adjust the drive tune. You peak that up, and then you adjust this down to about, you can probably go a little less than 2 mils. Then you put it in the CW position. I'm going to put this all the way back here, and then you key it. Let's see, key it in and you dip the final, and there it is, and then you bring it up, and you dip it again, and you bring it up, and you dip it again, and that's about, I think that's about the most. And then if it's obviously tuned up for AM, 1 2 3 4, hello test, 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. That's it. I talk too much. Goodbye. See you later.